Welcome back to Evil Genius 2 and a brand new series after the patch 130, also with the Cabal DLC. I've been playing the game from beginning up with the tutorial enabled and so forth, and I've built a rather sizable base at this point. And we're now at the Moment's Calm mission, where I need to unlock one more minion type. Now, here are my verdicts so far after the patch. I'm loving it. There is only one item that has Iris going completely bonkers now. Say it about 4 or 5 times, and that is when the vault is full. She will warn you that the vault is near capacity, and then she will tell you that the vault is full a couple of times, but then she'll shut up about it. So yeah, that's good. Okay, so what have they added that I've noticed and I feel is worth mentioning? Well, as I'm already hovering over the gold, you can see there is the commitment number. That was already there. Now you have the salaries number, and then you have next payday in 7 minutes 21 seconds above the maximum there. Now every 10 minutes you'll pay salaries, and that's kind of nice that it's just every 10 minutes. So you need to make sure that you have enough money for your minions so that you can pay them their salaries, otherwise all kinds of bad things will happen. I haven't experienced any of those, but I can easily imagine what will happen. In the department of the schemes, out here on the global world map, now each scheme will... There are new schemes here, there's blue ones. They usually cost intel. Every scheme will tell you how much money you get per 1 second, and then it will also show you the total amount. Now notice that this one will basically shut down the region, but you could potentially run it for 8 seconds or 9 seconds and then cancel it, and then you'd get a lot of money very quickly at the cost of some intel. You really do not need to stay out on the world map as often as you used to. The missions are far more streamlined, and it's just much more pleasant. You can see this one while running 220 gold every 5 seconds for a total of 130,240 left. I've been running this scheme for, I guess, 11 minutes. There's 41 heat remaining from it. Cancel it at any time, keeping track of this. So I really like this little feature that they have added. But we'll get back to that as well. You'll see me doing schemes at regular intervals, but not nearly as often as before. Now, you also have a very handy little thing when it comes to the items. Now, this one gives suspicion, and it tells you to whom. So this would... If an investigator comes to your base, my assumption is that if they jot down enough of items that has suspicion soldier, then you'll get visited by soldiers. This one too is soldiers. Now, the doors do not give suspicion. We go into the other items or other, you can see that an EGTV does not cause suspicion. As for the infirmary, the intensive care pod and the multi-gym does not cause suspicion. In laboratory, however, you'll see that the databanks will attract saboteurs, so will the impact analyzer and the whiteboard. This is really nice to be able to see what kind of objects that will cause suspicion, because as long as it says none, it means that the investigators won't get suspicious. Imagine that. Another thing about the world map is that even in the level 1 regions, as you may see, I have upgraded several regions to level 2, but here is a level 1 region. You can see there's a non-basic minion type here, and non-basic minion type mission. The green ones usually will require technicians and or scientists. Then you have some red ones that will require, well, guard minions, obviously. And then you have the pink ones that will require valets or social minions for higher level regions. You can, for instance, look at Australia, where I have 3 purple. This one, 3 valets. Notice the duration here, 1 hour 30 minutes. It's just so pleasant that you just can set it, forget it, and if you need money, you can just go over to the map and see where am I running this gradually removing heat missions, and then remove them, cancel them, and other missions will pop up. We have this one, Orkwood. Huh. Why is that in Australia and not in Finland? I shall not ask questions like that. Requires 6 valets, will run for an hour, give 200 per 5 seconds. Of course, remember this is a level 2 region, so it's about double the amount of money as you will get for them from the level 1 regions, which is nice. You have this one where I can get 5 valets for 15,000 gold in 10 seconds, no heat added. Now, of course, there's the Intel one, 10 seconds, removes all heat. It's very useful. These can be run, and note that that is very important. Like here, we have symmetry here. And we have this one here, and I will launch this scheme so that I don't forget. And since the game is paused, nothing will happen. But that will not attract symmetry, and it will remove the heat in the region. Thank you, Rebellion, for letting us manage the super agents better, because they are kind of annoying, you know. So that's also a very useful little thing. And then finally, of course, a moment's calm mission where we are at now. They have changed that so that you unlock 2 more minion types. I have unlocked the Spin Doctor. Kind of wish I had done that on camera, but still, it's she didn't say that much fun, so it's okay. The point is, I would like to have you guys watching. So we are not at the exact same point. I haven't unlocked Venom yet. I've done what's needed for the pre-Venom mission, so as soon as we finish a moment's calm, then we should be good on that. Another change that I did in this mission is that I recruited Jubei as the initial minion, and I've also, as you can see, recruited Iris. I've followed through on one of those henchman missions because I wanted to make sure that I knew what happens with those, because I was a bit confused by that in my original playthrough. So yeah, we now have 2 henchmen, and of course we have Emma herself. Why wouldn't I play as Emma? That would be horrible not playing as Emma. Let's have a look at the base, shall we? This is the 2nd floor. As you can see, I have the inner sanctum placed up here, conveniently located near the entrance to the Doomsday weapon shaft here. I'm going to do that on the 2nd floor this time, as I realized you can do it on all the floors instead of doing it on the 1st floor. Here we have a control room containing intelligence gathering computer consoles, all manned by scientists. And as you can also notice, I have these air control units and drinking fountains all over the place, because it's kind of nice to have them help slow the morale drain. Far smaller science room here. That probably needs to be expanded in size later on as we get more minion types, but this seemed to be enough for the time. These, just some basic food counters up here. Then we have the re-education chairs. I have them all over the place, actually. I have a staff room with an EGTV here and some decorations. We have a small bedroom here. And then we have our locker room here, and I'm at maximum capacity, 300 minions. I don't need more of those. 3rd floor you already seen, I haven't done anything here. 1st floor. Let's start at the innermost part here. I have a training room here. This is the muscle minion training room. Then we have some recreational areas here. Note that you can set these to allow only the specific type of minion to use the furniture. I haven't been doing that. I don't see the point. Especially not in here. Lots of beds, because there are many people working in our radio repeater control room. I can't wait until I get the next level of these, because as you can see, I have a few of them. Some more food, more smarts regeneration, more staff room. Then we have a rather substantial room in terms of surveillance up here, and also all the weaponry. This is the armory. I probably should remove some of these club racks, because it's just better to have them use... not that they've bothered taking them, so that's fine. It's better to have them use the guns. The prison this time is up here. There's another bedroom here and 2 incinerators over here, and I have a little corridor thingy here so that I can have a camera. Here, more food and more incinerators. And now this is the innermost part of the lair, another bedroom. So if you have a look at the security zones, this part here and down here is where I will tag them for distraction, just in case I miss them. But if they get in here, I don't want them distracted, because they will notice these and probably get suspicious. Down here we have... there's nothing here that would cause suspicion in this little section here. All of these things are fine. Even the... I'm not sure about that one. That one actually might cause suspicion. No, it's fine. So I have that one here. But I don't want them to get in here, because this is the social minion training room, and we have the science minion training room also with a couple of incinerators. So I have 6 of them in total. Then we have another radio control room. This one looks a little bit better than the other one. And for the outermost part of the base, this hallway is fine. There is no tagging happening in this part. We do have cameras. I have plenty of cameras this time. So we get to the helipad. I will set up some traps here eventually, but then I will probably also add a door here and make this a security zone. We have a bedroom here. We have a minion smarts rechargement room and archive here. I should probably just go ahead and do this, because it's not like I lack money on this map. I'm swimming in money. Confirm. We have a staff room for that nice little TV watching. We have a couple of food desks, and again, I could set these to allow only muscle minions, but then I would have to add more food counters. So I'm not too bothered with the other minions eating here. We have a little medical room here. Oh, and yes, we have the medical room here as well. And I think we had another one. Oh, yes, we were getting to that, actually. Another bedroom, so plenty of beds all around. 300 minions. You need a lot of beds. Then we have a guard room here with only 2 guard tables. Guard tables, for some reason that I'm not well, I guess they could just play poker. So it doesn't cause suspicion, so this is fine. And it also lets me have guards nearby when the nasties come in here. Or I guess the goodies, but for our purposes they are nasties and we are goodies. And then we have a larger medical bay here. Then we have the hallway going out into the casino, where we have a couple of refreshment bars specifically tailored for the deception minions, another bedroom, and now we get to the actual casino. I had some problems with when doing Iris. You get these robot minions that attack your base, and when they die they have a tendency to explode, which makes everything catch fire. So I wanted to have fire extinguishers, because for some reason you can't place them anywhere else than in corridors. Do not ask me why. Not my decision. So I also added cameras so that I can see these areas here, because yeah. I built a small bedroom, I built a staff room and more food here. And I also got access to the slot machines when I unlocked the spin doctors. So that's nice. This final room here is tailored to distract the agents. You may notice that the casino build is a little bit different. And you would be right. They have to go all the way around here. And then back down here, and these are specifically tailored to reduce the skill of agents, so there's a lot of them there. In this room we have a survey station, which is actually a complaint thing. I've not set that to scam tourists, and I don't want to either. And this room is also not set to scam tourists. This room is... can't do that with those. But these from here on and in, the primary purpose is to start distracting the agents or lowering their skills. I guess this applies to that room as well, but the tourists actually use these and you get money when they gamble on them. Here on out, this is the areas that are set to scam tourists. So we have all those things necessary. I've done some furnishings, and as you can see, it's pretty crowded here. I have lots of tourists, lots of people. So... we're making a decent amount of money from the cover operation. Not much, about 12,000. Compared to the 1.15 million we're making from the schemes. Of course, that's not really that relevant, but it's more than nothing. Notice how my salaries are at 880,000 in 7 days. But that makes sense because... maxed minions, I have 70 science class minions, 80 deception class minions, and 70 muscle class minions, which leaves me with 80 workers. I probably should drop 10 of these. I'm not sure if I want to have more than 70 of each. Maybe, but maybe not at this point. So I think I'll actually do that. I'll set the valets down to 30. So that we have 20 spin doctors, 20 socialites, and 30 valets. Running with 20 technicians, 50 scientists. I might want to switch that a little bit, like 25-45 or 30-40. Those technicians actually have a use now. They are actually used in missions as well. Well, they always had a use, but it's even more prominent now. Guards, we have 40. Mercenaries, we have 30. I might want to switch that around, having 40 of these and 30 of these, but do remember that when you upgrade something, like if you spin doctors and I set this to 5, I would actually, if I hadn't already reduced the number of the valets, I would have upped this to 85, so keep in mind that you need to do that as well. Otherwise, in terms of heat and stuff like that, we are doing pretty decently. Low heat, of course the super agents have recently appeared, but haven't been causing me. I've had one visit from Agent X, and that was actually very, very simple, as he appeared here together with his entire team, so he basically was taken out before he could even do anything in the base. Having the cameras around the base seems to have helped quite a bit. I have a camera in here, but I don't have a camera in here. I used to have a camera here, but whatever. There are plenty of cameras going on here, so the moment someone gets into the hallway here, they should be tagged by the camera, so... Okay, enough talking. Let's start up the simulation or the game. I'm about to start a new side story, and as we were working on in the last... Well, I haven't gone and stolen the Declaration of Rights, and I haven't stolen the maple syrup. So we'll do that later on. But what we want to do is continue the Eli mission. I've already done the first part of this, so let's do the second part of that. And I'm not too worried about him seeking revenge. We will fight him with everything we have.
Mr. Barracuda, and here I'd hoped you were enjoying retirement. Crime doesn't suit you.
Can't get rid of me that easily. You put the king in check, but you should have gone for mate.
As I understand it, in chess, the king's sole purpose is to wait for his turn to die.
That's actually a good philosophical point that I haven't considered. I guess it isn't his sole purpose, but...
That's right. You and I both know that it all starts with the pawns. So keep out of my way or I'll take yours.
Uh-huh. Okay, we need to interfere with his plans on the world stage.
Scheme has succeeded.
Scheme just ended in China, which one that I started up 10 seconds. What is this? This is Mrs. Foxworth. Now she's in this region. The heat is so low that I'm not going to bother. Any other, like if I started any other mission except, I don't, well that would lock down the region, but any mission that doesn't send agents to the region seems to not trigger the. But we have them all. We have Mrs. Foxworth, we have Wrecking Bowler, we have Blue Saint, we have Agent X, we have Symmetry. I feel I miss one. But I think that's Mrs. Foxworth that sends off the John Steele various things. Under your eye, the Eye of Cassandra, a priceless diamond sculpture, is on display in New York. You need it, but so does an old rival, Eli Barracuda Jr. Race against time to beat his minions before they can steal the eye first. We have a scheme running here. Money. The heat is not really bad. So launch scheme, cancel the other one, confirm. Oh yes, that's another thing they did. Minions being sent out, they are a lot faster than they used to be. And then Eli did this threat mission. Oh, need to resolve that. How? Oh, that was stupid of me. That was actually so stupid of me. I didn't know that. I should have read that. Let's back here. Because, yeah, I don't want that to be a thing. And we hadn't really done anything anyways. So let's start the side mission. Iron Fist.
Mr. Barrack,
There we go. Back to the world map. We do this one. Launch it. Confirm. Confirm. And he pops up another one. It's 15 minutes. Okay, it's fine. Because that was what I didn't look at. And we need to do that one to remove the heat from that region. And there are 6 regions that we are not running schemes in. Australia being the one that we can do schemes in where there are no super agent. So let's set up this awkward thing. Then there are 5 left, and those 5 are 1. Symmetry, 2. Mrs. Foxworth, 3. Wrecking Bowler, 5. Blue Saint, 4 and 5 Agent X. So we are going to stay away from those places. Don't need to invite them. One thing that I thought I would do, let's reduce that again. I thought I would switch like that. This is a very given line, so eventually you'll want less guards and more higher level people. The scheme that just succeeded was the one in China, so we're gonna ignore that. Oh, it's 6 of them actually, so 5. Yeah, it was 5. I didn't count Symmetry. Oh, I didn't show the basement. The basement is very simple. It's just a massive vault, rather large, and a massive power plant with some food and, of course, some air conditioning units. I have some cameras here, making sure that this hallway is seen, and a camera here as well. I haven't bothered with cameras in here. Probably should, but yeah, get around to that at some point. You can see they all run off to the helipad as usual, but things here are a lot faster than they used to be. for which I am very grateful. Are we reaching the point? Yeah, we are. She'll soon start moaning about the fact that we have too much gold and need more. You see helicopters land immediately now. Doesn't take 30 seconds and the entire queue is gone. So yeah, it's a lot better. Still sniffling a bit, not entirely done with the cold, but I feel very okay today, so... I mean, no reason why we can't add another one of these. It's not like I lack the money for it. Nor the power. I have multiple of these big screens. I have no idea if that actually helps, but I've got 4 of them. 2 in this room, 1 in this room, and 1 upstairs. That's also a thing to keep in mind. When you have these, remember that each of them requires 1 henchman, 1 minion. And I have a lot of them. And that one also requires a yellow minion. And the food stations requires a yellow minion. Although it says
scheme has succeeded.
All users can, minions can use it, I think it requires a yellow minion to make the food. So it's kind of difficult to... okay, so if we did that one, what's going on here? Heat gain to region 50. I can live with that. This one will resolve that. I'm not too worried about that one because we can always just run this one. But this is Mr. Barracuda trying to foil our plans. Mrs. Foxworth is traveling the world, that's for sure. That means Europe is now available to us. Well, there's not that much of an... Temporarily increase the number of tourists. Cover operation by 10. Sure. Why not? That seems to be it. Now, execute workers in the lair with witnesses. Okay.
What now? This one is useless to me. This traitor must be dealt with. Time to prune the workforce.
It's a weird mission.
Task complete.
Now we need to build EGTVs. Okay. Sure, I don't want to bother building a new room just for that.
Something is wrong with either the minions or the training,
training room.
boss.
Yeah, we don't hear that as often, but that's basically a meme at this point for the game. That's just how things go. Okay, let's put down a new one. Same here. Let's put down a new one. Oh. I think I had it the other way here. No, I couldn't have. I don't know if you hear the noise in the background. I don't think so, but there's people out. I'm gonna delete these actually. Doing full of I don't know what they're called in English actually. People, bands, like walking bands, call them korps in Norwegian. They're making a lot of noise. Battles all together.
A scheme has succeeded.
Okay, now the heat in this region is rather high. I have plenty of intel. 30 intel to remove. That's a lot. 52. This one would add 50. Let's see if one of those slow. This one. schemes will appear. Usually takes a little while for the various schemes to pop up in the region. Stay in the base meanwhile.
A scheme has succeeded.
What? Where? Oh. Okay, so here's one of those guard minion missions. Magical Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles. Yeah, sure. Who's up for starting a cult and making a killing? The fortune sense rather than ritual sacrifice. That's good. Do that one.
Task complete.
Field of Creams. Rarely increase the number of tourists that come. I'm just gonna go with this one. Oof. And then that one appears. So thank you, game. That is so nice of you. Okay, we need to execute guards. That shouldn't be a problem.
All
Here.
part of the plan.
Your vaults are full.
Yeah. She'll say that a couple of times. And then she'll just shut up about it. Which is how we like it. Okay.
Yes.
You...
One rotten apple spoils the barrel.
Make sure we don't execute the mercenaries.
Yes.
Need another guard. Mercenary... You're a guard.
What are our next time to prune the workforce?
I like that he pulls his gun.
Task
Go.
complete.
And now we need to go back to discrediting Eli on the world stage. Well, yes, that works. The Barracuda Syndicate has infiltrated your minions. Locate and gather the traitors and then send them to raid Patriot's New York offices. What scheme? This still is a problem, but increased to 50. Oh, Mr. Steele disappeared. Ah, Mrs. Foxworthy is now there. Well, if he's gone, we can resolve it, actually. Where is he now, then? I can't see him anywhere. In the blue regions. I mean Agent X. Maybe he's retreated into his lair. Symmetry is now here, and the heat here is rather critical. So let's spend 20 intel on reducing that. That means she's out of China. Although the missions here are actually quite useless, let's launch this and cancel it right away. Because I don't need to decrease tourists. Any other... over there. You've moved down there. Good. Let's see here. This region also has useless... Launch. Cancel. And then, yeah, that one popped up, so we'll send 6 scientists off to there. And... yeah. That looks good.
I'm thinking there had better be a good reason for this.
Training has stalled.
Mostly when she says it now, it's because training has actually stalled. Doesn't mean you can do much about it, but she says it a lot less frequently. And she doesn't say it when you go into high alert. It did annoy me severely, which is actually why I stopped playing the game, because it was just too
Scheme has
much.
succeeded.
Scheme has succeeded. I don't know which one. Oh, now it's up here as well. And so is Agent X, so that's not good. Gathering intel on your missions. He's on a stakeout, so I guess we're gonna be visited by him then. You want them to be idle. Would you stop that, Eli? Getting annoying. I'm staying in the world map on purpose now because of those missions that Eli keeps pushing. And also there will be a mission when he is triggered. So that we can make his minions a bit less annoying. She's also on a stakeout. That is not good. Especially not that now that we're sending a lot of minions here. We're gonna get two of them at the same time?
Geniuses. Treating the world like a game while the rest of us are putting in work.
Uh-huh.
You really don't like people like me, do you, Mr. Barracuda?
I built an empire, brought people together, did good business. What have you done?
You're a crime lord.
It's not what I've done. It's what I will do.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you what you're gonna do next. Die. I'm gonna make sure of it myself.
You know, Emma, your phone is not going to be very helpful against his gun, but sure. Okay, so we triggered her. And we cannot, because the minion type in question is locked. Ouch. So we're gonna get her with a full team of... Because if you do this...
Task complete.
J Steel is investigating the minions you left behind and is building a case. They'll come to your lair eventually, but at least you can destroy the evidence. So usually this will do something like reduce the number of agents, or reduce the skill of the number of agents, or the skill of the agents that comes, or you can stop the agents altogether. But since I don't have that minion type, and I don't know which one it is either, it's probably the one that I haven't unlocked yet, which would... No, this is the biologist, so not sure. We are ready for her, though. Ready for her. Defeat Eli Barracuda in the lair. This is not going to be too much. So he was distracted enough to leave. Good. We're going to have Eli Barracuda. We're going to have
A scheme has
John
succeeded.
Steele of his versions, and we're going to have Agent X. Isn't that brilliant? This region has 30 heat. Not like we need money at the moment. Let's see. I'm here because of that one.
Agent Steele is here for you. I do hope your minions have had their morning tea.
Yes, they do. They did have their morning tea. Have no fear. Fair play achievement unlocked. I don't know what that is. Okay, so that triggered him. Again, built his case, gathering a team of hard-boiled investigators to aid his infiltration. I cannot disrupt this either because I don't have the minion type. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. You say? Interesting indeed. Might as well. I'm not going to spend my precious intel on this. I hope there was heat reduction mission. J Steel has arrived on the island. The question is where? Let's see if we can find him. Doubt he'll come as a tourist. They tend to come at weird locations. As long as it's not in the power plant, though. Second floor. I might not be able to see him. Oh, he's probably on the first floor somewhere. Where might be a good question. He might be coming through the helipad, or he might be coming there. He's coming as Jane Steele. 200, 200, 200. I'm not too worried about that. Let's
Agent
just
Steele is in the lair. Minions,
distract him.
find them and cause a distraction.
I have plenty of spin doctors, socialites and valets working in the casino, and if I distract him or her, I might actually be able to
scheme has
fend that
succeeded.
off. Scheme succeeded. Crying out loud. Yeah, you're coming. This one. That one. This region. That. Important. This region of a money-making mission. I touted how you don't have to be on the world map so much now, and then I think I've spent
Agent X is here
more.
to chop you down like a cherry tree.
Crap. And now I've spent more time on the world map than anywhere else. But yeah, this is kind of special because of the super agent. So now where did you pop up then? He is very annoying. Yeah, there he is.
Minions, find Agent X and then kill him.
See Dubai,
Speak your mind.
Windwalk, poof.
wind!
Iris,
Command. By
Get
your
there.
command.
Emma,
Indeed.
get there.
What do you ask of Jubei? Bring me a real challenge!
Juba is very nice for being able to just jump like that. The windwalk ability is extremely useful. Let's also do the focus blow.
We've tamed wilder frontiers than this. I'll
Okay.
be back.
So that's him out of the way. And Juba didn't even take much damage, but should probably go to the table and have a rest.
Old. No,
You're
stupid.
old.
What
Yes.
to do?
Did he leave any planted evidence or any other crap in the room? No, not that it would really matter up here.
What are our next steps? Way ahead of you.
And now all cameras did shut off because the high alert took them away from the camera tables, of course. So Eli, where are you? Assume he'll be arriving sometime. It would be useful if well, they've reduced some of them. Skill, that's good. You're deserting. I don't think you are going to desert, but yeah, you were the one who tried to distract. Okay, so distracting the super agent is a bad idea in terms of that. Come on. I need you inside of the base.
Not so confident now that I'm in your face, huh?
Now Eli has arrived. Here we go.
Capture that minion, you imbeciles.
Oh. Hard-boiled
I want you
investigators.
to distract that intruder, if you can find them.
get them out of here.
Your minions are in combat.
And here's Eli. Yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to
Minion is
leave
deserting.
this as a cliffhanger to see how we can deal with this in the next episode. So yeah, I hope that you are enjoying me coming back to Evil Genius 2. I am enjoying it, that's for sure, so I hope you guys are enjoying it together with me. If you have any questions or comments, as per usual, then please do leave them in the comment section, of course. And with that, thank you so much for joining me, and I will be seeing you all in the next episode.